Next concept related to fundamental concepts of geometry is related to the concept of line. Here we have studied about what is a line, and then what are all the things present inside the line, that is points. It is actually what collection of points, we can call it as a line. And then another thing is we can represent line with the arrowheads in both the direction. Like that, few of the concepts or points related to line we have studied. And ray is a part of a line, and then line segment is a part of a line. These are all what actually the basics things you should understand before going for higher concepts. Next concept is related to properties of line. Properties of line means it will tell about what it is. Line is actually what, okay, what is the thing, what are all the things present in the line. Okay, here if we consider about the property, first property of line, there are a collection of points, a different collection of points, that is infinite number of points will be present inside the line. That is actually what collection of points, we can call it as a line. And then if we consider a property, first property, there are infinite number of points on a straight line. That is actually what the first property is. There it is telling that there are infinite number of points on a straight line. Actually we have studied this characteristic in the case of starting itself, in the case of concept of line. This is actually one of the property. That means if I consider line, there is a group of points or collection of points, we can call it as, that means infinite. Infinite means there is no end for the counting. That means uncountable number of points are present in the straight line. That we can call it as first property of a straight line. Just we can go on considering the points. That's why they have said infinite number of points are present on a straight line, and it should be represented by capital letters. Always represent these points in the straight line with the capital letters only. And then if I want to represent a line, means I will represent by line L. What is the first property? First property is infinite. There are infinite number of points present on a straight line. Given straight line, any straight line you consider, there will be infinite number of points. Next one is property 2. An infinite number of straight lines can be drawn through a given point. If I consider any point, just to consider any point, I can draw infinite number of lines through this point. Just we can go on drawing that means it passes through that, a line will passes through that point. Through the point we can write, we can draw infinite number of straight lines. That's actually what we can consider. This is actually what point. If this is a point, then we can consider infinite number of straight lines drawn through the given point. That's what the second property tells, and we are representing it by small letter L, line L, line M, line N. That means this whole line we'll take it as line N. This whole line we take it as line R. If we consider whole line, we can take it as line S. Like that we are representing. If we consider this line L, line M, line N, line R, and then line S, that means there are many number of lines we can draw, and then we can represent it. Just you represented it by small letters, or we can if you are using single letter, means you can represent it by small letters. If I want to use two letters, means we have to use capital letters. That too, points present on the, we can write A, B, and then you can consider the arrowheads on both the direction on the top of the capital letters. This is how you are representing the lines. The main thing here is infinite number of, what is the second property tells is, you can draw infinite number of straight lines through a given point. This is what we are learning from the second property. Next we will move for next property. Next property related to the properties of line is property 3. That is what the property 3 tells is, one and only one straight line passes through two different given points. you can write only one straight line will pass through two different given points. If I consider any 2 points, that's what they said, two different given points. I will consider two different points, will represent it as AB. Now I have to, what it is telling is property 3, one and only one straight line. Only one straight line can pass through two different given points. I can draw only one straight line. Again another straight line I can't draw through two given points. Only the possibility is only one straight line can pass through two different given points. Like that you can, that means only one. If I want to draw a line like this, it will pass through only one point, it won't pass through another point. Like that, if you want to draw a straight line through 2 points, means what we have to do is only one possibility is there, only one straight line can pass through the two different given points. This is what you should remember. If I consider only 1 point, means I can write infinite number of lines, but if I consider 2 lines means 2 points, means we need to consider only one straight line can pass through two different given points. But I can draw many infinite number of points through, infinite number of lines through given point. This actually we have studied in the property 2. Okay, but only one line can pass, straight line can pass through two different given points. Next one is property 4. Two different straight lines cannot have more than one point in common. Two different straight lines cannot have more than one point in common means, if I consider two different lines, this is one line, this is another line, only two different straight lines cannot have more than one point in common. Only one point of intersection will be present in the case of this property, that is two different straight lines cannot have more than one point in common means, if I consider another one point in a straight line, means I can consider only two straight lines passing through the given one point. You just consider straight lines like this. If we consider straight lines, means only one point of intersection will be present in the case of two straight lines. There cannot be, same straight line cannot pass through two different points at a given time. Okay, in a given time it cannot pass through two different points. Instead of that, only it will pass through only one point. That's why they have said that one point will be common in the case of two straight lines. There cannot be 2 point common, 3 point common, only 1 point will be common. In the case of that common point, we can call it as a point of intersection. This point of intersection, that's what it is telling. Property 4 is what it is telling, means two different straight lines cannot have more than one point in common. That means if I consider two straight lines, if I draw like this two straight lines, only one point will be common. We cannot have 2 points in common with the two straight lines. Always will be having only 1 point in common. This point in common we can call it as point of intersection. Okay, we have learnt 4 properties, which is the first property. First property is a straight line contains infinite number of points. Infinite number of points will be present on a given straight line. And second one is infinite number of, that means if I consider a straight line, this is a property 1. If I consider a straight line, there will be infinite number of points present in the given straight line. That will represent by capital letters. Those points we are representing by capital letters. Next one is infinite number of straight lines can be drawn through given point. That means infinite number of straight lines can pass through the given point. If P is a given point, means there will be line L, M, N, R, like this. Infinite number of lines we can draw for a given point. Next one is, if we consider 2 points, means property number 3 is actually what? If we, for a given 2 points, only one straight line can be drawn through given points. Only one straight line can be drawn through given points. That is the property 3. A and B are the two given points, and I can draw only one line, and we can represent this line as AB, or even we can represent line by small letter L. Here if I take P and Q are the two given points, only one straight line can pass through given 2 points, that is PQ is that line, or we can represent it by small letter M. Next one is property 4 is, there is only one point in common when a two straight lines pass through each other. There will be only one point in common for those two straight lines. This point in common we can consider it as point of intersection. We can call P as a point of intersection. These are the properties related to line. Okay, next we will see the definition of concurrent lines and then plane also. We shall see few other definitions related to the fundamental concepts, that is these are all actually the important concepts, because further coming classes we shall see questions based on this collinear points and concurrent lines. Especially in higher classes, if we go, they are commonly using these words, collinear points, concurrent lines. That's why you should be very familiar with this definition. Okay, collinear points means, starting if we consider a line, in a line we have considered 3 points A, B, C, and there are few other points present outside the straight line also. If I consider a straight line, and inside the straight line we are considering, on a line we are considering the points A, B, C, and outside the line also there are few points like E, F, P and Q. What is the definition of collinear points? Means if 3 or more than 3 points or more than 3 points lie on a straight line, then these points we can call it as collinear points. For example, here infinite number of points are present on a given straight line, but we are representing only here 3 lines. It is not that only 3 lines are present in a straight line, but here there are infinite number of points are present in a straight line, given straight line, but we are considering particularly 3 points A, B and C. What is the definition of collinear point? Means minimum 3 points or more than 3 points lie on a straight line. They are all lie on a straight line, means it is present on a straight line, means these points are present on a straight line, means we can call it as collinear points. Minimum 3 points or more than 3 points are present in a given straight line, means we can call it as collinear points. Here A, B, C are called as collinear points, but there are few points present outside the line also. These points we can't call it as collinear points because they are not present on a given straight line. For example, I will give here ABC. If we consider, it is a collinear points. If I consider ABE, if any one point is also not present on a, if at least one point is not present on a straight line, means whatever we are considering, then it is not called as collinear points. Here AB, if we consider AB and E, it is not a collinear points. Actually what, 3 or more than 3 points should be present on a straight line, then these points we can call it as collinear points. If I consider AB and E, E is not present on a given straight line, then we can't call it as a collinear points. Like that ABF, if we consider, that is also not a collinear points. And then if I consider ABP or ACP, any points you consider, ACP, if I consider again P is present outside the straight line, then we can't call it as a, it is not present on a given straight line, means we can't call it as a collinear point. If you want to call it as a collinear point, means minimum 3 points should be present on a given line, or more than 3 points can be present on a given line, then we can call it as those points as collinear points. Even if any one point is also not present on the line, means we can't call it as a, that means if I am considering here only 2 points are present on a given line, means we can't call it those points as a collinear points. Okay, next we will go for another definition, concurrent lines. Concurrent line means it is actually related to the property 2. Okay, if 3 or more straight lines have one point in common, then their lines are called as concurrent lines. That means minimum 3 lines we are considering for concurrent lines. Minimum 3 or more than 3 straight lines, 3 or more than 3 straight lines are present or having a one point in common. One point in common means here O is the point in common for straight lines like line L, line M, and line N and line O. We just consider a point. This point we can call it as O here, and then I will pass different number of straight lines through one point in common. That means for all these one point is common, that is point O. Then we can call it as these lines as concurrent lines. Minimum 3 lines should be present to tell that those 3 lines are concurrent. 3 lines or more than 3 straight lines present or having a one point in common means we can call it as concurrent lines. Here we will call the common point, that is point O, as a point of concurrency. What is that? It is a point of concurrency, and the line L, M and N are O are called as concurrent lines. This is actually important definitions, collinear point and concurrent lines. These things you should remember, because these are the basic things that you will get in the higher classes also. This definition, that means these words or terms we are going to get, that collinear points, concurrent lines. Okay, we'll see next plane concept. Next concept related to fundamental concept related to geometry is concept of plane. Already we have studied about point, line, ray and then line segment. Here next further if you move means here there comes the concept of plane. Plane, what is the meaning of plane? Plane means it is not aeroplane, but here what we are talking is related to the geometrical object, that is flat surface. Whatever the flat surface we are going to consider, that we can call it as a plane. Just remember, plane means what? Flat surface. Then we can consider it as some length and breadth. The flat surface contains length and breadth. Length is also there and then breadth is also there, but no thickness. We are not considering any thickness here for the case of plane, because it is just a top surface. What we are considering, that is related to length and breadth. No thickness is present in the case of plane. Then if it extends infinitely, that means it can extend infinitely. Just you can imagine a tabletop is extending infinitely like that. Okay, and even there are infinite number of lines and infinite number of points. If it is extending infinitely means any surface is extending infinitely means, for example, like this board is there, next another board will be the bigger board, still bigger board, still bigger board. You can imagine infinite length and infinite breadth for a given plane. Like that, if it is a infinite length and infinite breadth means we can consider infinite number of points will be present. Infinite number of points will be present in a plane or flat surface, and then infinite number of lines you can draw through the plane surface. And that means in the plane surface, on the plane surface we can draw infinite number of lines and infinite number of points. That's what they have said. Plane contains infinite number of lines, infinite number of points, because it is extending infinitely in all the direction. And then if we come for property of the plane, if we consider 2 points present on the plane surface, if it lies on the plane surface, if I consider one line and line contains points, those any 2 points present on the plane surface means then we can consider that every point on the line lies on that plane. Only if we consider minimum 2 points are present on the 2 points are just you need to think that if 2 points are present on the 2 points on a line lies on the plane, then every point present on that line will be lying on that plane. That's what they are telling the property of plane. What is the property of plane? If 2 points on a line, if we consider a line, it contains a points. If minimum 2 points are present in a line or present on a flat surface, means then every point on that line will be lying on that plane. That's what it is, the property of plane. Just you should go on thinking about this concept. That is the concept of first with the point, then with the line, then with the ray, then with the line segment, then comes the properties of lines, and then comes collinear points, and then comes concurrent lines, and at last comes the plane. What is a plane means? You should remember it is a flat surface. You can take example of surface sheet of paper. If I take a sheet of paper, on the surface of that paper you can consider, and then tabletop surface also you can consider. If table is present, means top surface whatever is present on the table, then that we can call it as a plane. Okay, these points you should always try to that means you have to think about these points, then only you will be able to understanding. Okay, we will go for next problems in the coming classes. Thank you.